What is yoga wheel? Yoga wheel, always known as one of the most recent creation of yoga props, which in the shape like a wheel. And this yoga wheel, being one of the greatest innovation, is for our shoulders, is for our spine, for our core and balance. And there's so many improvisation poses we can do by using the yoga wheel. And it also work as a healing. It's also work for additional props to achieve certain degree of our flexibility, strength, mobility and balance, as well as fun practice on the mat. So what are the benefits of yoga wheel? Why should we practice yoga wheel? Yoga wheel help us to stretch deeper, bend deeper with a yoga wheel props use. It's help us to balance better or give us more challenge and want us to accept this challenge and balance on the wheel. It's also enhance our practice to the next level, and it can be a therapeutically using props as well for people who have been suffering in several shoulders, back and neck related pain. And it also can be improvised as person to person based on their need. People, those who are sitting on the chair long days, if they are not yoga practitioner, they feel pain. But when you give them the wheel to bend backwards, they feel literally good. Someone having a high stress level, but they do not know what to do, just lying on the wheel with head backwards and keep the spine upwards, it's increase the elongation, increase the blood circulation as well, and let the blood flow to the head, and they feel light, much lighter just by staying on the wheel. There's several benefits of yoga wheel in terms of strength and mobility as well. Now, if you're feeling that you have injury pains to do yoga on the mat, but when you apply the wheel in several stretch and strength applications, you feel it's much more safer in terms of not going too deep, and I can play around using the wheel rather than having and holding the posture for times. Of course, balancing factor which students like most, if you're a regular yoga practitioner or you're a yoga teacher, where you find the challenge to balance on the wheel. So what, you have a strength, also what you have been practicing, but often I see teachers who struggle more when they try to balance on the wheel. How to use the yoga wheel? Of course, there is several methods of using the yoga wheel, but what I teach in my yoga wheel classes, workshop and training is to prepare the body using the wheel. Once you prepare the body using the wheel to stretch in a deeper level, thereafter you begin to bend the body using the wheel. You use application of strength with several poses, and one of the greatest things I like using yoga wheel that 100 students can do innovation using the wheel. Those who are feel scared of going to the wall for doing a headstand, it's one of the simplest and easiest way you will to feel your body in inverted positions just by holding the wheel. It's a safe practice if you follow the instruction. Let's begin our yoga wheel practice for all levels. It's always good to start with shoulder stretch. Heads down, straight elbow, forward, backwards. This helps to release the tension and the tightness from the shoulders. Each time when you go forward, this really works for us on aligning the spine, removing the hunch, at the same time removing the tightness from the shoulders, and bring the head down all the way. Feel a good stretch. The same way, it's also work when you go onto the back, lying down, which is elongating the spine all the way and releasing the hands, head down. We can rest our hands to the belly, engaging our feet. Going into the deeper version of it, where you're going to bring the hands over, grab the wheel, elbow close, bring it backwards, all the way down, creating a nice stretch. The same stretch, we can go in a far deeper versions where we can do certain inversions in the same positions, where you're going to lie back, hands go over, grip it up, drop our elbows, walk back on the legs, press the feet going up. If we can raise the heel, bring our left legs up, bring our right legs up, reaching the hips. Bring the knees, bring up the knees, and down. And from here, going to stretch. And release. It also can be done with keeping the belly on the wheel, legs up, and try to get the balance with rolling forward, backwards, forward, backward, and bend knee. And relax. We do a nice stretches on the shoulders as well, with keeping the elbows at the side. Bring the head down. The same way does both side, left and the right. Release. Beautifully, stretches also we have been doing using the wheel, where it could be hip stretch, holding the wheel, and bring the head down. Or it also can be a lot of hamstring stretch, where the legs all the way go forward. Bring the hips down, bring our hands down, and bend forward. Coming backwards, keeping the feet on the wheel. Allow the hips to go forward. Tuck your back toes. Bring your hands back. Grab your heel. Arms over the head. Coming back. Release the legs down. Going for side torso stretch, where we just to sit on the floor. Bring legs up. Allowing our body to stretch down, to creating a nice stretch on our abdomen. And once you're ready, bring our other hands up, grab the outside of our feet. If our body allows us to go deeper, we bring ourselves all the way down. And release. We go into the balancing as well. So where we keep our wheel, we climbing it up, keep our knees, right legs and the left legs. Crow pose. The same pose we can do in the side versions, the right and the left. We do variations where the legs come out. Also, we do a lot of stretches poses where we're sitting on the wheel, reaching up, hands behind, open the feet, bring our head down. Open legs, keeping the hands on the floor, arms over the head, stretched out. And the same way, other side. And release. Let's do a lot of fun with balancing, like staying on the wheel. And getting the balance means keeping the left legs up and keeping the right legs up. So when you're in this kind of positions, you feel that your wheel moving right, your wheel moving left, but you're using your core balance engaged to keeping your hands under the knee. Look far and feel the movement is ongoing left right, but there is a balance going on. So if you can stay in these positions without any support, you moving left right, and that's where from these positions you try to off the buttocks and coming up, which is this. You go, move the wheel forward, which is right legs on the wheel, support, press, and the left legs on the wheel. But your buttocks is not there, you focusing, concentrating, engaging. So there's a lot of concentration, focus, and engagement onto your core. Your buttocks is not there. It often happens that you fell off from here. There's a part and partial of it, so you're squatting down. So all the time there's a lot of concentration going on, a lot of focus here that you can literally engage, control, So there's a lot of movements will be there with the standing movement, control. And you feel that you're more focused here at this moment. So when you're practicing yoga wheel, this is not only about what you can do and what you can't do. It's about connecting to yourself. It's about engaging to yourself. It's required literally a lot of sense of achievement when you can do standing control and balance. So this is leg control, core control, and mental focus. Once you're able to have this focus, clarity, control, it's a fun practice as well, because each time student practice all this movement is literally fun. Okay, so when you're sitting down, also you can come down or you can squat down. Either way, it can be down. The same wheel, we also do several dancer poses, which keeping one leg onto the wheel. We also do balance that student don't really fall, where we use one block, support here, the wheel doesn't roll, make things easier. One leg's on the top of the wheel and keep the weight forward, balance. When you're able to keep the weight forward and you feel that you're able to balance, you're coming up. Other toes on the wheel and keeping the weight forward, which supporting. It's okay to be moved. Focus, engage in one point. Once you can balance, you can bend your right legs and catch your ankle. But if you feel that's too much, you can just stay. So there could be several control, balance, movement to be practiced. Step by step is one step down, one hand under the knee, weight to the front, feel the body weight going forward, feel the body weight falling forward before you go for it. You can always go down, leaning the legs up and down. Also, we use a lot of block practice on our wheel, because inversion practice are pretty common using the wheel. So if I show you inversion practice, where your hands is onto the wheel, so this is a props for yogis to play. Learn how to play. If you want to learn more how to play, how to use the props, safest way, best way for your practice, join me for this learning. Thank you.